Hi everyone, thank you for joining us here at Codebase. I would like to welcome you if this is your first time of coming to this channel. This is Codebase, where we teach you on how to become a web developer. We also give you content that are based on technology tips and guidelines. Please, if this is your first time, kindly subscribe to our channel. Now, if you have been following us on our YouTube channel, we have been doing a lot. We have been covering some useful basic tutorials for beginners who are wanting to becoming a web developer. We've talked about the WordPress installation. We've also talked about the themes and the plugins. We've also talked about navigating through the WordPress dashboard as well, and a whole lot of video tutorials that we have covered for the basic level. So please, if you've not watched any of our videos, kindly come over to our YouTube channel and make sure that you first of all subscribe, then you go straight to our video sections, then you can look through any of our videos and watch them. My name is Harrison and I am your tutor. Now in today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how you can create a blog website on WordPress. Now, WordPress, like we said before, is very popular. It's a very popular CMS. You can create as many different kind of websites that you want. Now, blog website is one among the websites you can actually create on WordPress. Now, what is a blog? A blog is actually it's an online portal that you update from time to time, frequently, on a regular basis, and the content you put on your blog keeps your readers engaged. They keep them informed as well. So that is what a blog is. In your blog website, users can also interact on your post, like by commenting, by sharing, and also by liking the post that you have published on your blog website. We have so many blogs in the world today. We have so many of them, both the international blogs, the region-based blogs, and so many others. So we have different kinds or different types of blog websites. We have the news blog. There are some blogs that when you visit them, everything about that blog is just news. So every content they publish is focused on news. That is for the news blog. We also have the sports blog. So everything about that blog has to do with sports and nothing more. We also have the fashion blog. So everything that has to do about that blog is fashion. So we have different kind of blogs. We also have the music and the video blogs. We also have the food blog. We also have relationship blog, political blog, religion blog, and there are so many others, please. So you're on your own time, you can just check out the different types of blogs that we have in the world. So there are many others. Now, a blog as well could also be multi-niche, multi-faceted blog that talks about any kind of topic at all. It could talk about news, still talk about sports, still talk about fashion, still talk about music, and still talk about food. So it's all round. So we have some kind of blog like that as well. So before the developing or building your blog website, you need to decide on what kind of blog that you are looking out for, because when you decide that, you should know the theme that you actually want to go for. So the theme you use should speak about the blog itself. So for instance, you are doing a blog for a food blog, then you don't need to put in themes that has to do with let's say news or sports. So do you get that now? So that's why you need to decide on the theme that you use. And we have explained in our previous video, we talked about themes. Please, you go ahead and watch that video if you've not done so. So the theme will decide on the kind of the interface, the appearance of that particular blog website. Then we also see that some themes come with their demo content. Yes, there are some things that when you install them, it comes with their demo content, and we explained that in one of our videos. So let's head down to business on how to create a blog on WordPress. Now there are many ways you actually create a blog on WordPress. There's just so many ways. The what I'm going to show you is not just it's one among them. It's one among the ways you can create a blog. There are so many ways people use to create a blog. So, and there are also so many themes, different kind of themes that people also use to create a blog. So it is not just limited to one method. It is not just limited to one theme. There are so many themes that are used to creating a blog website. So let's get down to business. Now, before we look at how to get started, please, if this is your first time coming to Codeverse, I would like you to subscribe to our channel. You are helping us by subscribing, and make sure you turn on the notification bell. And I would also like you to share this video at the end. And please make sure you follow us on all the social media handles that we are in. You can see some of the social media handles that are displayed on your screen. Please do well to follow us on all of these handles, and we'll be glad that you did so. So now when you come to your admin dashboard, I believe by now you know about the dashboard of your WordPress admin. So now I want to close all this distraction I'm seeing here. So I'll click on screen option, then I'll just untick all of them. Alright, so I have something better like this, not distracting. Alright, now so let's take I want to make a news website, a news blog. So what I will do is I'll go to my appearance. The video may have to be long, but we'll try to make it part 1 and part 2 if possible. So this will go to appearance, then you click on themes. And when you get down to themes, like I said before, this is the present theme that is being installed on the website. You can see that Harry Codeverse. This is the present theme. So it is from this appearance theme section you click on add new. Now, so what we are looking at for now is a news blog. So now what do I have to come and search? I will not come and begin to search for food or fashion or let's say sports. No, I mean I will not come and begin to search for that. What I will do is I will go out straight to search for news. Do you get that now? I will search for news. Now if you already have a theme that you bought from Team Forest, I told you where you can buy themes and plugins. You can buy from Team Forest and also codecanyon.net. So for instance, now you come to your Team Forest, then you search for let's say news blog. Now when you search for news blog, you're going to see some themes for WordPress. You can see this one now, Zine newspaper, Absolute newspaper. You can see their price attached to it. All these are WordPress theme. Actually, you can see this now, Geek magazine, and so many others. So when you purchase from Team Forest, or when you get any theme, where you can do is to upload it. You can upload it right from your admin dashboard. Now there are still other ways you can upload the theme you have downloaded. You can upload that from your file manager. And let's look in subsequent videos. I'll be showing you how you can upload a theme directly from your file manager. That is from your control panel section. So but you can still do that from this place if you downloaded a theme. Alright, now so we're going to be using a free theme from the WordPress dashboard. Like I said, there are thousands of themes on the WordPress dashboard that are absolutely free for you to use. But if it's not convenient for you, then you can go straight to Team Forest, where you purchase premium themes. Now, all these themes, most of these themes comes with their demo content. Demo content is already designed, already built for you. So you have the layout already in stock. You have the pictures. You have some content, some write-up already there for you. Then you also have some widgets already placed for you as well. So you don't need to begin to rack your brain and all that again. So that is what the demo content, some of all these things comes with it. So it enables you to build your blog fast without stress as well. So now when you come to search for news or search for any blog, anything that you want to do, whether it is fashion, whether it is sports, or anything at all, when you search for it, then you go down to, you can see some of the themes here. You can see them. You can see them. You can see them. So right now, I have no one in mind, so we're going to be picking any random one. So to preview any theme, you just go ahead and you click on preview. So you're going to be able to preview the theme to see how it looks like before you can then go ahead and then install it. So this is how this one actually looks like, but it actually looks better than this though when you install it. So let's go back. So let's look for another random one. Okay, let's say editorial news agency. Let's preview this as well. Alright, so you can see the way this appears. Alright, so now we're going to be installing any random one. Like I said, we also have Right News and all that. So let's go ahead and install News Vista. That is this first theme that we see here. So I'll go ahead and click on install. Now when you click on install, you go ahead and activate it. There are some things that comes with their plugins. I explained that in previous videos. So these plugins comes with the theme. So as you are installing the themes, it will require you to also install and activate those plugins. Alright, now you can see that now it says this theme requires or recommends the following plugins. So you can see what it recommends: demo import kits, Mailship for WordPress, Theme IWP import companion. So these are the plugins that is required for this particular theme. So what you're going to do is you begin to install them. You click here. Now you go down to install. So there are 3 required or recommended plugins. So look at them here. So what I'm going to do, I will click here to select all of them. When I click here to select all of them, you can see all of them is selected. Then I'll click on bulk action. That is this drop down arrow here. Then I'll click on install. Then I'll click on apply. So right now the 3 plugins are going to be installed. Now remember that after the installing, you need to activate it. So I'll return back to required plugins. Then I need to activate the 3 of them. So I'll still do the same process. Click here to select the 3. Then click this drop down arrow. Then I'll click on activate. Then I'll click apply. Alright, you can see now it says the following plugins were activated successfully. Alright, so let's go back to our dashboard. So right now we have installed the plugins that is required of the theme. So good. Now let me close this. Also, let me close this as well. Now take notes, when you install a new theme, where you comes up for you is appearance. There are some themes that when you install them, you are going to see the settings, the setup under this appearance section. You can see here now we have the theme dashboard. Then we also have widgets. Before there was no widgets, there was no customize, there was nothing like menu, header, background, demo, import kits and all that. So before there was all these things were not there. We only had themes and theme file editor. But because we now installed a new theme, we saw all these things come up like the widgets, the customize, the menu, the header, the background, demo, import kits. And that is what a theme does for you. It brings up demo content for you and you will need to work on them. Also, there are some things that when you install them, you may not really see them, the settings under this appearance. You may just see it has its own name separate in one of these pages here. So it has its own separate. Do you get that? Now let's also look at how then do we now import the demo that came with this theme. Now, because actually the theme comes with a demo, that was why they asked us to install those required plugins. So now, some things that come with a demo, you are going to get the demo from appearance. We can see now under this appearance, we have what we call we have demo import kits. So this demo import kit belongs to the theme. So it is a plugin, it belongs to the theme. So it will help us to import a demo for our blog. Now there are some themes also that their demo import kits, you may not really see it in appearance. You may see it under tools. You may see it under tools. Also, sometimes you may also see it under settings as well, just on rare occasion, depending on the theme. So any theme you install, if you didn't get the demo import kit on your appearance section, then you just go straight to look at the tools section. Now please, in the course of all our videos, if you have any question, if you're confused on any particular area, please do call our attention to it, and we will throw more light on it. So you can also leave a comment and we'll be glad to respond to your questions. So right now we'll click on appearance, then we'll click on demo import kits. Alright, now we can see here now that we have demo import kits. You can see we have this just two. They are just two. So we have this free one and we have this pro. So this pro means you're going to purchase it, but we're not purchasing anything. So right now I will just go ahead and I'll click on import. So I'm going to import this. So this design that you see on this place here is what is going to be imported. So you can see now that it's actually importing demo content, and you just don't have to do anything. You just wait for it and make sure you have a strong internet connection. Just wait for it to import. Alright, the importation seems to be complete, but for some reasons, I don't know why it didn't give us a notification that it's complete. There are some things that will actually notify you that the importation is complete, just like that, but this one just went off like that. So let us refresh our website, our blog, to see what do we have here. So now, refreshing the blog, you can see this is called a preloader. So let me refresh that again. This is a preloader. It loads before the main website opens. So wow, you can see now that the blog came with its demo. You can see now that the theme came with its demo. So you can see this. You can see some of all this blog post here. Then you can also see the dates. Then you can also see social media handles. You can also see the name of the blog as well, then with the background. Then here you can see the menus, some menus, and these are categories. Categories are here. Then we also have this dark mode toggle. So once I click it, you can see it toggles to both dark mode and white mode. So we have that here. We also have the search bar where you can search for anything that's on the blog. Alright, so now scrolling down, we have some of the blog posts, the demo posts that came here. We have some of them here. You can see that. We have this topic, we have this, the hello world, the defaults. We have this, then this editorial fashion. This should be categories, and it also says the time that you spend in reading this particular post. Then we also have the person who published it, the date, and comments. So right here we have the read more. So by the time you open on it, you're going to see more about the post. Then by the side of it, we have a sidebar that contains latest updates, a search button, recent posts, recent comments, archives, categories, just like that. So then we have the footer. So let's open a particular post to see how the inside post looks like. So now you can see now that the permalink has a date structure, which I actually explained in one of my videos on how you can change this permalink structure to maybe something like this. You can see now the date to be removed, so it all depends on you. Alright, good. So now we have this, so you can see the way the blog post looks like. You can see that right now. This is the title of the post, and this is, we have the sidebar here too. Then we also have the other post that looks like it, that is similar to it. Then here is where you leave a comment, just like that. So this is how it actually looks like. Alright, so now what we're going to do next now is for you to start working on this blog. So let's open the home page again. So now let's go back to our dashboard. I'll click here to exit to dashboard. Now when I exit to dashboard, this is my dashboard right now. Now when you have imported a theme, there are places where you need to start editing them. There are some things that actually page builder formats, just like Elementor, Beaver. You know, it has its own editing panel too. Then there are some things that you just go straight to your appearance. The way you go straight to your appearance, okay, before that, let's look at what is a theme dashboard. Theme dashboard. So you can see the theme dashboard. We have add background image. So we are not adding any background image to that. We're not adding that. We're not adding that. So all this has already been installed for us anyway. So let's head over to now editing the theme. So to edit the theme, you are going to use the customize under appearance. So you see customize, you see widgets, and you see menu. You see, these are most of the places where you will be editing most of your WordPress themes. We have the menu. The menu here is what controls this particular place we see, like this editorial, entertainment, featured, and other pages like about us, contact us, and other pages. So that is the menu. The menu is in charge of that. So that is the work of the menu. The menu does that. So we also have the widgets, other widgets, like for instance, this is a widget. Let's look at one widget. Like these ones at the side, like categories, comments, recent posts. All these ones are the widgets by the side. So this particular widget sections help you to edit that. Now let's look at customize. In the course of creating the blog, we'll all be looking at all these areas to know which one to be edited. So we'll click customize. Now when you head over to customize, now you can see now, like we knew before, the theme has a pro version which you can actually buy, but we're not buying the pro version. So now this is the customize section for this theme right now. Now if you look at the right hand side, this is the preview. This is the preview of the theme. Now anyone, for instance, you want to edit these social media icons, you could just click on this pencil. If you want to edit this name, you could click on this pencil. And if you also want to edit, there are some other places as well you may want to edit. You just go straight to click on the pencil if you want to do that. Now if you also don't want to just click on the pencil, you could look through them from this section. So let's look at them one after the other. We have the site identity. The site identity is talking about your blog. It's talking about you uploading a logo to your blog, or if you don't have a logo, you could just go straight to put just the name of the blog. So do you get that now? So look at it here now. So let's take, for instance, let's say Harry News Updates. So that is the name of the blog. So if you also have a logo, you can also design a logo here as well. So the logo you can design from any place. I mostly use Canva for my logos. So right now we have tagline. Tagline is like the description, a short description. And let me just say an information blog. So do you see that now? So if I want to hide the site title, I'll just tick this. The site title will be hidden. You can see it has been hidden right now, but we're not hiding it. Also, if I want to hide the tagline, which is this description, once I tick it, the tagline will be hidden, but we are not hiding that. So that is the function of this, the way this particular theme looks. There are some things that have their different formats, just like I told you before. So right now, when you scroll down, we also have what to call the site icon, otherwise known as the favicon. Now, the site icon are the browsers that use the browser icon. For instance, you open this one, you can see now this is a YouTube favicon. You can see that. Then this one also is Team Forest favicon. Then this is Canva favicon. While this is WhatsApp favicon, and this is Gmail favicon. So you can also, but you can see our own doesn't have a favicon because we've not uploaded a favicon. So right now we could just design a short favicon. So let's take, for instance, I want to design a favicon. I'll just head over to my Canva. Right now I'm going to search for, let me just search for news logo. So I just want to quickly design a logo and a favicon as well. Let me just pick any random one. Okay, let me pick this. Click on customize. So one good thing about a web designer, web developer, is that you should also have, the basic knowledge of graphic designs, because it also helps web development, because it enables you to know more about color combination and all that. So right now, let me just use this. I'm going for this. So this particular one here right now. So let me just say Harry. So let me change the color, something like this. Then I want to crop this. Click on done. Let me just put it. These are demo designs, please. So let me put it this way. Then put news. Alright, so when designing your logo, you need to look at your website to see that the color doesn't contradict. So we have basically black, white, blue. So I'm going to make this to be white. Then here also should be white. Alright, so rest everything is fine. What I will do is I will save this and I'll make it transparent. So I've saved that. So the next one I want to work on is my favicon. So I'm going to delete these names. Then I'll just use this to be the favicon. Use this to be the favicon, for instance. Then I'll go ahead and I'll click on download. I'll also make it okay, let me make it transparent too. And I'll click on download. So I'll give it favicon. Alright, good. So now I will open the designs, let me open my logo. So I'm going to open the logo right now, and I will have to crop it. So this is the logo. I have to crop it so that it will align very well. So I'm cropping the logo right now. Good. So that is cropped already. So I'll head over back to my website, my blog. Now where we have the logo section, I could just upload the logo here. Select logo. Then from here I'll click on select files. Then I'll be able to select the logo from my computer. And I'll click open. Now the same way also I can upload. Let me upload the logo first. Okay, so I'll skip cropping. It's asking me to crop it, but I'll skip that. Alright, then I can go ahead and publish. And you see that you can see the logo has taken effect. Now if you have the logo already, you may not need this particular name again. That is the site title. So I'll just go ahead and hide the site title, then I'll publish it. Now the same thing I did for logo, I will go to site icon, then I will upload the site icon, that is the favicon. Upload it as well, then open. Then I'll click select. Then I could just crop it if I want. Alright, so the favicon has been added right now. And if you can take a look, the favicon is out already. So you click on publish. Alright, so rest everything is fine. This is published. Now preview your blog to see the changes that has taken effect on that particular section. You can see this now, hiring news and information blog. So you could also make your logo wider or anyhow you want it to look like. Now we'll go back. So that is that for site identity. Now we have the next one, which is colors. I'm just trying to walk you through, please. So we have colors. Now we have the header background color. So you could check if this is applicable to your theme that you are working with. Header background color. Okay. So this isn't applicable to the theme. So we'll go ahead and just leave that. And the next one is the front page option. Now the front page option is this option you see here from this front page design. So we'll come here to click on front page option. Now we have many options here, so we'll look at them one after the other. We have the slider section. Now slider section, so it's disabled right now. The theme comes with a slider but is currently disabled. So once you enable it, you're going to see the effect applies in this place because it's a slider. So let's preview it, let's publish it and preview it. Wow, so you can see now that right from this place we now have a slider, a post slider. We call it post slider. You can see that right now. So it was actually disabled before, but right now we now have it here. So that is it. So now you can choose to tell the team how many posts do you want to enable on this slider. So right now we have like 3. You can make it 3 posts. Then the alignments is center. You can also put it left or right. Then you can select the category that you want to be displaying on this particular slider. So whether it is cover stories you want to display on the slider, whether it is editorial, we also want to display entertainment, you can also tell it to display entertainment, just like that. Then we have the next one, enable post description. Now when you look at the slider, we don't have any post description here. We just have the post title, then the category, then the meta. Meta here is talking about the date it was posted and by who. So this place is disabled, and it's okay, because if you enable the description, you are going to see an excerpt of the blog content. This is the excerpt. Excerpt is like the shorts right up first before you click on read more. So there's no point enabling this, so just disable that. Then this one is category meta. This is the category meta: entertainment, feature, pop culture. These ones are category meta. Then we have author meta. Author meta is the person who wrote the author who wrote or published the post. Then we have, so you can disable that. You can also disable the author meta. You can see that right now. So right now we just have the title and the categories. So if you want, you can also enable the date meta. So enable that, then you go ahead and you click on publish. So now that for the slider, post slider, which is now enabled. We have the layout for the slider. We have this first layout here, which is just a single slider. Then we have, you can see that now this is just a single, it's not double. So we have this double layout for this slider. So you publish, then you go back here, you click here to go back. Then the next one is the banner section option. So now the banner section option is this particular banner here. I think this. So by the time you disable it, it's enabled currently, but by the time you disable it, you're not going to have the banner section. That is that banner section that was here. So let's enable that right now. Enable it. You're going to see a category come up in this place. This is the banner section, a banner section. So right now you may want to now choose the style. We have different styles here. The team gave us different styling. Then let's go ahead and select the category that we want to display on this particular place. So let's select a category. Let's say entertainment. Entertainment will be there. Okay. Now let's select entertainment as well. List colon. Select editorial. Alright, so we'll confirm if you have a post in that particular category. Now these ones are the styling option I said earlier on. So it has different styling formats. So you can see this is a format as well. This is a format that just came up. You can see that. Then we also have this style 4. Let us see how style 4 looks like. Alright, so you can see style 4. This is the way style 4 looks like. Then from here, you can begin to select the category that you want to display in this particular place. So if you don't want any category, you should just pick up any category, random category. Then you could just leave it as select category. Then it picks up random post for you. So you can see that. So this place here now is enable date meta. If you want to disable it, you can just disable that right now. So it gives you the option to add a background image to this particular section. So for instance, you select, let's put in a background. Let's look for any background image, for instance. Okay. I already have. Okay, let's open this for instance now. Then you go ahead and you click on choose image. Publish it. Alright, you can see now that a background image has been added to this section. So preview the blog and see how it looks like. Alright, so right from here down we have this and we have this right now. So you can see that. So rest everything is fine. You may also want to remove it if you like. You can put in a background color instead of image. You can put in a background color to it. So you can put in a background color to it. So you can see that right now a background color has been added to it. So rest everything is fine. You click on publish. Now we go back to the next one, which is category section option. Now for category section option is disabled. So you will want to enable it to see the option for this category that it brings up for you. So we'll look at the category option. We'll scroll up again to look at what the category option is all about. So now category section, you can give it a name. Let's say top categories. Top categories. Then the number of categories that will be displayed, maybe maximum of 3. Then we select the categories that you want. Let's say cover stories. Then the second category, let's say editorial. Then the third category, let's say entertainment. So rest everything is fine. Then you click on publish as well. So the category section has been uploaded. You can see the category right here. You can see that right here. You can see that right here. So once you preview the blog again, so as you're working, you're always previewing to see how it looks like. You can see that cover stories has 8 topics, editorial has about 36 content, entertainment has 12. So once you open it, so it takes you to the category for entertainment. Do you get that? And I explained about category in one of my videos. And please, if you have not watched that video, please do well to watch the video. If this is your first time of coming to Codeverse, please do well to subscribe to this channel and follow us on all the social media handles that we are in. So right now I'll go back. Then this one is the read more option. The read more. Now the read more option here has to do with this particular read more. This read more. So but it's currently disabled. So we need to enable it. So let's enable it. And we say, okay, this one is more to read. More to read. It says more to read. Let's just put it read more. Alright, so now choose read more post category. Which categories do you want to put the read more? So we could put it in all categories. So let's select the styling. Style 2. Give it style 2. Okay, so the read more is applicable to these particular categories here. So let's select style 1 and see what style 1 have for us. Alright, you can see the way style 1 is. You can see that it has other content here. So let's select style 2 and see. Alright, great. You can see style 2. This is the way style 2 is. So you can see that right now. So whichever one you select style 1. Then you can select the category you want to display. You can select the category you want to display. Entertainment. So right now we publish it, then go back. Now we go to the next one, which is 3 column widget area. The 3 column widget area happens to be, I think it should be this, I don't know. So it's enabled. It has a white background, so it's enabled. So if you disable it, let us see what is missing out from that place. So preview the blog again. So by the time you preview your blog, so we enable that back again and see. Alright, so this is the 3 columns. It talks about this, this, and this. This is the 3 widgets column. So it's enabled and it has a white and the text is black. So now we go back to the next one, article with separator post. Now separator post, if you enable it, we're going to see a separator for each post. I think this should be this. So we could just enable that. So that is published. Then we'll go to the next one, 2: widget area. 2: widget area is also enabled. So which is the 2: widget area? It is this. This is the 2: widget area. It's 2: 1 column, second column. Why this last one here is 3: 1, 2, and 3. 3 columns. So it's enabled. Then we have the next one, widget separator with post. So we can enable this to see what the feature is all about. Then we can also publish it as well. Alright, so now okay, we'll go back to the final one, full widget column area, full widgets section. So it's enabled, full widget section. If you disable it, let us see what that widget is all about. Okay, let's just enable it back and we'll click on publish. Alright, so now this particular theme has, what you should take note of is that the theme you are going to be uploading, it may not really be this, it may be different theme, but just know that you are editing it from the appearance section where you come to this customize, and the theme has its own setups which you need to get acquainted with. So you try the settings for the theme that actually works for you, know what works for you, and then you're good to go. So now we go to the next one. Let's look at theme options. Theme options. Now for the theme options, these are options that came with the theme. So for instance, you may be thinking of like all these dates and this time, how do we edit them? How do we remove them? Even these social media handles. So you can see that from the theme options. As you are not able to see that from the front page option, then definitely you're going to see that from the themes options. So when you come to themes option, we also have other options in this particular place. So once you click welcome screen advertisement, so welcome screen advertisement, you can enable it. Then you're going to see an advertisement displayed on the screen, which if your blog is running an advert, you can also use that as a medium as well to advertise for people and all that. For instance, let's take a look at welcome to Harry News blog. So this will be the advert that will just pop up. Then if there's an image you want to upload to it, you can upload that image. Then if there's a link that if they click it will redirect them, you can also put the link in this place. So that is what this option does. Then we have the preloader. Preloader option is enabled, and I told you what the preloader is all about. It is that spine that, look at it here, it rolls first before the main site opener. You can see the advert here, you can skip it. So that is the option that came with the theme. Now for the preloader, we have the second style. We have many styles. Some things come with just one style, some can come with up to 5 styles, just depending. So if you preview it now, you can see this preloader now, you can see it now. So you can disable it. Now also there are plugins that gives you different kind of preloaders. So but this particular preloader came with the theme. So you can see the way theme works with plugins. So but if you disable it and you want to install a plugin that gives you another kind of preloader, then you can also install a preloader plugin. So do you get that right now? So now we go to the next one, which is the dark mode option. Now the dark mode option is this particular option that I told you about. You can see that right now. So once I click it, it gives me a dark mode view. Once I click on it back again, it brings up the white mode view. So do you see that there's, now you can see now that it says turn on dark mode at all times. It is disabled. So once you enable it, automatically the blog will be on dark mode all the time. So we just need to disable that. Let it be that is the user that chooses to do that. And you can see that, then you publish. Then we also have the next one, which is the ticker option. Now, what is the ticker option? The ticker option is this ticker, this breaking news ticker that slides different kind of news. That is the option. So it's enabled. By the time you disable it, it will no longer show again. It will no longer show again. So, but you can enable it. So we can just put it as a top, or rather trending news. Then you can also select a category that you want to display on that particular ticker, news ticker. So we'll click on publish. Then we'll go ahead to the next one, which is top bar option. Now the top bar option are the options you see from the top bar. These top bars here, these are the top bar option. So we enable it. Then this one says hide top bar on mobile, meaning that when you preview the website on mobile, the top bar is disabled. The top bar is disabled when you preview it on a mobile device. It means that the top bar is actually disabled. So that is what that particular enable top bar on mobile is. So but right now we could also leave it like that. Then by the time you preview it on your mobile, if you want it to enable it, you could also enable it. Then this is enable top bar social navigation menu. So right now these are the social navigation menu. It's already enabled, and for you to edit it, you just go ahead and you click on it. Then this is enable current time and enable dates. So from here you can enable the dates, and you can also enable the time mean. There are some things that don't come with date and time, it's just like that. There are still some themes, most of all these news themes that comes with date and time. So if you want that, then we have the progress bar. The progress bar option is, for instance, you're reading an article. Let's open an article. For instance, you can see the 5 minutes read. You can see that. So let me skip this now. Okay, so show progress bar is bottom of the browser window. So let's put it at the top, and we'll see the progress bar. Alright, you can see now this is the timing for its 5 minutes read. So that's that. So now let's head over to the next one, which is header option. Now the header option is this header here. Now remember that in all your websites, we have the top header, we have the header. Some websites comes with a banner as well. Then we have the body, then straight to the footer section. Then others will also have the sidebar. This is the sidebar by this right hand side. Some sidebar could be on the left hand side. Some could have 3 width. That is a 3 width layout. So where we have the body at the center, then we have 2 sidebars, one on the left and one on the right. So this kind of blog now has just one sidebar, which is at the right hand side. You can see that having recent posts, recent comments. Then here has to do with like the body that contains about the post. Then we see the footer section as well. Now we also see these are the header. This is the top header. This is the header bar. These ones here are the menu bars. That's the category bar as well. Then these ones are the tags. I explained tags and categories in previous videos. So now you can see now that enable sticky menu. Sticky menu is enabled on this site. What is sticky menu? As you are scrolling down, the header is showing. As you are scrolling down, you can see the header is showing right now. You can see that now. Then you can see the progress bar. The progress bar is the one reading right now. You can see the progress bar. It is reading right now. Then why this is the sticky bar containing the categories and the dark mode and search button as well. So that is what the sticky bar is all about. So currently it is enabled. Then it's also enabled search icon. It is also enabled. Then if you want to put in an advertisement on your header bar, for instance, if you want to put in an advertisement on this place, you can just do that. Select the image. So you just go ahead, put in an image, for instance, then you publish it. Then if you preview the site, you're going to see that there's an image on that particular header bar section. So you can see the image right now. So the image ought to rhyme with the measurement of that. So you need to make it very small so that it will align very well. So I'm going to be deleting that because it doesn't really match well. So that's that for that. Then we'll go back again to where we have top tagged settings. Top tagged. Now this show top tagged is this particular tag you see here, top tagged. So you can see it is displayed already, so because it is enabled. So you can see that right now. You can disable it if you want. Now we have the next one, which is featured news option. Now do you want to enable featured news? Yes, the featured news option is enabled here. So if you want to disable it, you can as well disable it. If you also want to show a particular category for the featured news, you can just select the category right here. So right now we go back to the next one, which is front page sidebar option. Now you can see, like what I said before, we have the layout for the sidebar. We have this kind of sidebar now, shows that this one here now is on the left side bar. So once I tick it and I publish, then we're not going to see the sidebar on the right, we're going to see the sidebar on the left. So look at that right now. You can see where the sidebar is showing the recent post, the search button here. Then we have the recent comments. You can see that right now the sidebar is on the left. So now if you also want it to display on the right hand side, you just choose this. If you want it to display no sidebar at all, if you don't want any sidebar, you select this. So it depends on you if you want a sidebar. If you don't want a sidebar, it all depends on you. So you can see right now that on this one now there is no sidebar, so we just have a full width like this. So but right now let's put it back on the right sidebar, then we publish. Now we go to the next one, which is the general settings. And the general settings, okay, you could just try any of this to enable them to see what they actually do. Then publish. Let's go back again to the next one, which is the archive option. Now the archive option, if you look at some of this sidebar, let's refresh this sidebar, refresh the site and see. We want to see an archive. Okay, you can see the cursor that we just enabled right now. That cursor effects, you can see that. You can see the cursor effect under general settings. That is this cursor dot outline. You can see that right now. That is the outline. So if you disable it, you're not going to see that particular effect again. You can see that now the effect is no longer there. So it all depends on you. So it's kind of making it more fancy or more beautiful, whichever way. So I think I like it. So let's proceed. Now we have the next one, which is the archives. Now under this archive, what do we have here? Archive options. So when I open a particular archive on August 2023, so let me open this. I'm going to see all the posts on August. I'm going to see all the posts. So you can see that right now. You can see that. Then this is a sidebar. So what is the setup for it? Now the setup here shows that this archive option should have a sidebar, which is the right sidebar. Then what is the archive style? We have this style. We have layouts, half layouts. So once you select this, you're going to see the way it's going to look like. You're going to see the way it looks like. Okay, let's go back to the home page, please. Okay, alright, so we can see now, okay, this is where the archive section is. You can see that now, this is the archive section. So we need to just put it back to the normal. So click on publish, and let's refresh that. Alright, so I think this is better. This is better. Then you can also try other settings here as well. Now rest everything is fine. Okay, this is the read more button for here. You can see that right now. So you could just give it this is the read more button. So if you disable it, this button read more, this more will not be displayed, but it's good to enable that. Now rest everything is fine. You go back to the next one, which is real-time options. Read time options. So the read time option is the 5 minutes that you see, 10 minutes you see, like all this you see here on the blog. So it shows how many time you spend on the particular post. So you can enable that or disable it as well. Now the next one is single option. Single option is single sidebar option. For instance, you open a particular post. So let's open this. So when we open a particular post, we're going to see the post title. We're going to see a sidebar. We're also going to see this read more, this 5 minutes timing option and all that. So this is where you also do the settings here. So you can see now that it has a sidebar, which is the right hand, which is on the right hand side. Then we also have the metadata, which shows the author, the title, the date it was published, and just like that. Then it also shows the categories and the tag that the particular post falls into. So let's look at the tag and the category. That should be done. Okay, look at it here, tag, look at it here, tags. So you can see that right now. So then it also shows the related posts that are related to it. You can see related post below. This is the related post. You may also like. So if you want to disable it, you may not really, it will not show you this related post. Then it also shows the author post, the post that the author has made, other post that the author has made, has published. So you could also disable it. If you disable it, it's no longer going to show other posts from the author. So there are a whole lot of settings that comes with this particular theme from the way I'm looking at it. Like I said, I just picked a random theme. I don't know about the theme. I just picked it and we are working with it. So the way why I chose to pick any random theme is for you to have an insight of how some things work and how you can edit any kind of theme that you come across. Do you get it now? Now some persons will tell you, I've not worked with this theme before, I don't know how to edit it. You as a web developer, as a web designer, you should be able to work with any kind of WordPress themes that is being given to you. Whether you downloaded it or you installed it from WordPress dashboard, you should be able to know where to go to start editing that theme. So you shouldn't just be familiar with a particular theme. Just have it in mind that any theme given to me, I am able to edit that particular theme. I am able to work with that particular theme. So do you get that? So I chose this theme randomly. I don't know about the theme, and you can see that you can work with it. We can edit it the way we want. Now the next one is pagination. Now the pagination is talking about when you open the site. When you open the site, you're going to see that the blog. We open the front page of the blog. When you scroll down, you're going to see the pagination telling you what page. You can see now this is older post. By the time I click on it, it's going to show page 2 of my blog post. You can see that right now. It shows page 2. Then I can go back to newer posts. So that's what this pagination does. So we also have numeric. Numeric shows that it will show you a number. It will give you a number. So let's refresh it now. You're going to see the number. So you can see the number right now, 1, 2, 3. So these are called pagination. So page 1 has post, page 2 has its own post, page 3 has post, and all that. So that is what pagination is all about. So rest everything is fine. Go back. Now we go to the next one, which is footer related post. Footer related post. Now this is the footer related post. So I believe, so if you enable it or disable it, it says here you may also like So you can see that now. You may also like, you could change the write up from this place. Let's say you may also be interested in. So you could select the categories that you want to display in this particular section. So rest that is okay. You can scroll down to the footer option. The footer option right now. Now the footer option, we are not enabling sticky footer, because if you enable that, it will also work the same way that this sticky header does. And I believe you know what sticky header is. I explained that before. So now you can see that now we have the footer layout. Now this is the footer. You can see this is the footer. We have no pages here right now. We just have this copyright, which in our subsequent videos, I will show you how to remove and edit a copyright that came with your WordPress theme, so that all this designed and developed by this is removed. This name is removed. You can add your name, you can add your company's name, and anything you want to add in the footer, and I'll show you that. So right now you can see this is the footer setup. So now we have the layout for footer. We have this is 4 columns, this is 3 columns, and we have this is 2 columns. So do you see that right now? So once you enable footer credit, a footer credit is enabled, yes, then this footer navigation, you can enable it. Also enable the social navigation menu. You also enable it and publish. So preview your website, your blog, and see what we see on the footer. Let's see what we have on the footer. Okay, you can see now that we have this social media handle as well. Now this one here, this button you see here is called scroll to top. So by the time you click on it, it takes you to the top. And I've not seen that settings in this particular theme. Okay, there's some of the themes comes with the scroll to top setting, whether you need to enable it or disable it. So you can see now that we have covered most of the settings for this particular theme, and these settings that we see here, the way we set them up, the way we go to set them up is not quite different from other WordPress themes. You just go straight to your dashboard, you go to your appearance, then you can see customize. You go straight to customize. This is where you begin to customize the theme that you have actually installed. So I believe this video is taking a long time, which ought to be, because we are building a blog and we are not through with it. There are still some other settings that we are going to look at in the part 2 of the video. So please stay tuned to this channel and subscribe to this channel, and I'll be bringing you the part 2 of this video on how to build a blog website on WordPress, so that you can go through it. Please take note that this class, this tutorial is for you to have an insight, for you to have a knowledge of how you can be able to do one or two things on WordPress. So like what I'm showing you now, how to do the blog website and all that, with the knowledge you have gotten, you can be able to install any theme of your choice from the WordPress dashboard and edit it. Also, if you want to install the theme that we have used in this tutorial, you can also install it and also work on it and edit it. So any settings you do, you make sure you preview your blog to see how the settings reflect. So once you do this from time to time, you'll be able to master how these settings works and what it's actually any settings you apply, how it affects the blog or the website itself. So thank you for watching this video. My name remains Harrison, and I would like you to also share this video to your friends and your family, and also please do well to follow us on all the social media handles that we are in. Thank you for watching Codebase, and see you in the next video tutorial. Bye.